Another big thing that did come out this week as well is Sony had, I think, one of their conferences where they spoke about the money that they've made over the past quarter, I believe. And according to Sony, they've sold 4.5 million PS5s already, and that's in, what, 3 months roughly, or something like that. But they also did admit that each PS5 that they're selling, they're actually selling at a loss. So
we knew that.
Yeah. I remember a long time ago, Ams, you were saying that they will be selling at a loss. It's probably likely they'll be selling at a loss. Do you remember your reasoning behind that?
There was the reports. I think the reports were that PlayStation is the equivalent of £500 for each console, and Xbox was a bit above that. So I feel like from then we knew they're both going to be selling at a loss. Well, it was reported they'll be selling at a loss. Now we have the confirmation.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because they make their money back anyway. Because the amount, first of all, everyone has Miles Morales, so that's first of all.
Yeah,
4.5 million people with another game on top to make more money on top. So I think they're making their money back. And a lot of people got digital consoles. All the digital consoles, they're making 100% profit on all of their PlayStation games. So I feel like consoles you sell at a loss anyway. Until the price of the components comes down, then you're selling it at a profit. Your main thing is to sell your games and to sell other people's games on your console. So your money's coming in from there.
It's crazy to think though, isn't it? You're selling at a loss, like, $1 billion industry. And you can afford to sell something that you're making for less than what you're making it for. Like, that's crazy to me, but it makes sense across the long-term effect. Do you know what I mean? How long do we have our PS4s for? 7 years?
7 or 8 years, yeah.
You know what I mean? And, they're probably right in the fact that I don't know how many people bought more than one console, but the buying of the console is just the first aspect of a 7-year contract that you're basically agreeing with them when you're buying their games and you're buying new controllers and you're buying your add-ons. So I think when you look at the business scale like that, it makes a lot more sense. But for an initial period, 4.5 million consoles, and you're making a loss on every, and you're making a loss on every single one. That's mad to me, bro. That's crazy. Like, and I know you're saying the digital sales one. That makes sense though. The fact that there'll be less on the manufacturing of the cases and having to give retail stores discount or a part of that price.
They get it for cheaper and then sell it at retail price.
They're obviously going to make a lot more money on that. And that's why, like we said before, the introduction of a digital console is going to crush the market because, a lot of people are not going to buy it. But I know, Ams, you stick by, you'll hold those digital cases, the physical cases for a long time. But ultimately, they're moving into a direction where we want to have our consoles sold for our price, our games bought for our price, and all the money going into their pockets. And it's scary. It's scary. It's committing into a contract that you don't even know you're committing into.
Mate, honestly,
I'm not
at least with your phone, like
you know it's like 2 years, whatever it is.
Yeah. But when you think back to it, I've actually committed to PlayStation now. How many times I've bought another controller? How many times I've changed my wiring, or even when they went from the old edition to the slim, all these little things.
Yeah,
you're just upgrading your contract.
I think like the big kicker is, the digital edition is probably about, I think it's £360 or something like that, and they were saying that it cost about $470 to $490 to make one of the digital edition ones. And as you were saying, if you buy, I don't know, Call of Duty £60-70 or whatever, all of that, well, most of the profit's going to them. Or if you buy one of their PlayStation exclusives, all of it is going to them. Before you know it, that digital edition one is going to make more money than the actual disc edition for Sony. So for them, it's a stroke of genius, to be honest, because I couldn't understand how you could sell a PS5 for £360. It just didn't make any sense. But eventually, they're just going to be so up. It's going to be so crazy. And also, I'm waiting for the day when they start making people subscribe to stuff as well. And I know they got PlayStation Now, and you got PlayStation Plus is about £50 a year or whatever it is. But if they improve PlayStation Now to the point where it's like Game Pass, they are going to be laughing, honestly. Absolutely
Yeah, they'll have
laughing.
full control.
Yeah.
They'll have full control of the
That's
market
it,
if
yeah.
they don't go
You're
that
paying
direction.
120 a year per console
Mate.
for games.
Yeah.
But
What's
I
that?
don't think PlayStation wants to put their exclusives on a stream what do you call it, subscription service, because how much they spend on their exclusives. I think they want to sell them
Individually.
by the whole thing, but who knows? Maybe they'll change their mind.
Yeah. But I mean, what? The exclusives are between £60 and £70. Even if they said it's £15 a month for, I don't know, PlayStation Game Pass, whatever it is, they're gonna make that money back, especially because they release new exclusives every 3-4 months. So they're gonna make that back. Yeah. Depending on what kind of game it is, it's all.
Yeah, it depends what they can get away with, innit? Because if they're gonna sell 10 million, and half of those are digital, so they sell those at £70. They're gonna make stupid money off that.
Yeah. So true. Yeah.